Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Not your average Joseph. Marvelous. It's ridiculously funny.
What's up? Not your average Joseph, one half of the Podical's sons. Other half is vacationing right now. So I get to do my top 10 takeover, where I show you some of the episodes that I feel I will put in like my top 10 category. You know what I mean? Like some of the heart-touching ones, some of the real deep felt ones. You know, some of the make you think, make you cry. A little bit of both. But yeah, so let's get to it. And we'll start off with this one. There's been a lot of talk about where a man can and where he can't take a woman out for, like, let's say, the dinner date. And kind of disappointed in myself because, you know, we were probably, you know, one of the few podcasts that first jumped on it. And this was like way back, I think it was episode 102, allegedly, where we were basically saying you could take a girl out for $28. I mean, most women probably don't want to hear that, but it's possible. And we laid down the logic.
Can a man take a woman on a date for $28? Now that came from the 100th show.
That was from the 100th show.
But
and before we go any further, let's let the audience know who haven't seen the 100th show yet. Let them know what we decided on.
So in a collective and stuff, whatever, we both agreed in the end. You persuaded me.
Yes.
You persuaded me in conversation and stuff, whatever. I'm like, it can't go down, but I'm like, yo, you're kind of cheap.
It's impossible.
It was kind of cheap. Yeah, it was like, I was with it. Like,
Yeah.
you changed my mind. I was
Right.
like, that's some cheap ass shit. Hell no and stuff, whatever. Because I'm thinking, well, my gold digging ass, if I was a woman, I'd be an ultimate gold digger.
It wouldn't happen.
But then I'm looking at stuff, it's a level of creativity.
Right.
And
right.
if we're talking about like first engagements and everything, it's good because you can gauge if you like the person or not
Yeah.
with just straight conversation.
Yeah.
Because if I was a woman, I wouldn't want to be on a date with somebody I'm not feeling and stuff like that. And now this person thinks I'm obligated to give them something because they paid for like this
right.
$100 meal.
Exactly.
Whatever, right? So when you persuaded me, I was like, it can go down, whatever. But, you know, to our listeners and stuff and everything out there, our listeners out there, especially like one of the listeners, she got to it. She kind of brought back the sonic boom effect.
She brought back the boom?
She brought back the boom and stuff for her. She's like, contrary to what you believe, Marv, I'm on smooth side with this one.
Team smooth.
I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, it's the quality of woman that can appreciate a $28 date. I was like, damn, coming from a woman. I was like, so the conversation bled out. It spilled out the studio.
Right.
Spilled out to your family.
Yeah.
Your wife was, she wasn't having it.
She wasn't having it.
Your daughter, she not having it.
No, they weren't having it.
I called my auntie.
Yeah.
She not having that shit.
She wasn't having it.
She's like,
and I was starting to feel a little bit defeated with my 28 $28.
Because so many people are shooting it down.
Right.
Your wife is shooting it down. Your daughter is shooting it
Yeah.
down. I'm looking like, bruh, I think we kind of put our couple, we fucking can't reach it.
Right.
But then I'm like, we start calling some other women.
Yeah.
And we call some men too.
Yeah.
And we call some other women like, of course you can. He just has to be creative with it. I'm like, ding, 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 ding. And then the chimes start coming in and stuff, whatever. Some of the women are married women.
I think after the second or the third call when we got a yay, it was like, okay, now we really have to start polling. So then we started hammering the phone after
we
that.
started hammering the phone and stuff. So then now when we had the conversation and stuff for that, because when your daughter called her peoples, they're like, what did she say? I think the greatest thing she said, what are we eating? Sandwiches?
I can't even buy a bottle of wine.
Yo, it can't cover my surf and turf. Yo, that's the line that hurt me.
I was like,
it
couldn't cover the surf and turf.
We had to go on fucking Webster's dictionary to kind of get the definition of a date. Definition by Webster and Google: a social or romantic engagement. That's it.
That's it.
And this ain't no breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, nothing.
No.
Nothing.
No. See, I think when people hear the term date, they automatically assume that you're going out to eat. Not only that you're going out to eat, but you're going out to eat at a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think that's the first image that kind of conjures up in people's minds when they heard the word date.
It's not a booty call. They're looking for foodie calls.
Foodie calls.
They're looking for foodie calls.
Yeah.
We said it before. So they're looking just to get fed.
Yeah.
I asked some women and stuff for them at work and everything like that. One woman looked at me. She's like, look here. Her background is Somalian. She's like, in my culture, I'll tell you this straight goods. I'm not going to go get dressed up and stuff, whatever, to go on a damn picnic. It's like, holy fuck.
Why they shooting out my picnic idea, though, man? The picnic idea.
Yo.
And then we researched what would constitute as a romantic date. And I said picnic. Yeah. We looked up picnic. And they had a whole slew what you could do for the date. Be like, yo, as long as you got the basket, and the blanket, that's a date. That's the date.
Whatever you choose to get with it and stuff to add to it, that's all on you. We just kept in mind for under the $28 mark, that it can be done.
Right. So, I mean, okay, and then we put the poll up in the middle of the week.
87% said yes, you can take a woman out on a date for $28.
All right, so we can lay this one to rest.
Put in the bed. It's going to bed.
$28. Y'all are good out there. You know what I mean?
Don't feel the type of way if you voted the other type of way.
You know, contrary to belief about how I feel about my cat Willow and naming episodes such as Willow's Pillow and Kitten's Mittens. You think that I always had a love for cats? Nah. Wasn't always the case. In fact, episode 192, Cat People, I was kind of on the other side. Willow brought me over. Willow, she brought me. It's cool. Yeah.
Are you a pet person?
You know what? As long as the pet's not mine.
I'm your kind of pet person. Because me, I mean, I've heard some stories that, but like, okay, you've had pets before.
Yeah, I've had a hamster. I've had fish.
Charlie.
He won't go there. It brings a sad tear to my eye every time I talk about Charlie. Why you gotta bring me here, man? Why you gotta bring me here?
I'm sorry. Charlie's full story will be on Patreon.
R.I.P. Charlie.
Charlie's full story will be on Patreon. Podical Songs on Patreon. Yo. But, okay. Would you be more lenient to like a dog or a cat? Are you more a dog person than a cat person? Between the two?
I'd probably be more lenient towards a cat.
Why a cat?
Because I feel like you don't have to do much after you train it past like the basics of using this washing where it's got to use it and putting his food out. They're pretty much self-sufficient, self-reliant. They'll do their own thing. But you don't got to walk them. You got to walk a dog.
True, but what kills me about a cat, whatever, is that these fuckers will like climb up everywhere. They want to snuggle in your bed and he ain't bathed.
This is true.
He ain't bathed.
This is true. But you got some dogs that'll do the same thing.
No, but true. But I feel like a dog is more likely to kind of go into like a water setting and
shake off.
Yeah, and shake off and everything. Like a cat might be a pinball in the bathroom and be like, "Here, Whiskers," and close the door. Like, meow, turn on the water. And he's already doing NASCAR laps everywhere except for the damn tub. So I feel like for me, I could be more of a dog person than I could be a cat person.
Okay.
But yeah. See, here's the thing.
Right.
I've heard people say it. I heard my girl say it. I promote self-sufficiency.
Yeah.
I'm for the cat for that. But the reason I'm not for pets in general is because I got to do that dance.
Right.
For 10 fucking years plus if the dog is healthy enough and everything like that, right?
Right.
With kids, I do it for about like 3-4 years and they self-sufficient.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with having the kids.
You gonna stick with having
I'm going to
the
stick
kids?
with having the kid aspect and stuff like that. But I find like dogs in their own retrospect, I think, what was it? The movie Cats versus Dogs? They said that a dog, you can teach a dog 10 tricks. You can teach a cat like 1 trick or maybe 2. Right? So it's up to whatever the dog locks in the house, like a trick or a skill set and everything like that. Or if the dog had previous owners, he already locked in like so many.
Right.
Or at the time and stuff, right? So I feel like I could be a dog person, but I like how fucking cats operate.
But you see, I think the reason why you can train a dog and teach him that many tricks is because it's not self-sufficient. It depends on you. So the fact that it depends on you, it's gonna please the shit out of you to make sure you keep going on. A cat, on the other hand, the cat be like, nigga, I can take care of myself. You ain't getting me to roll around and fetch nothing.
Cats are jerks.
Cats.
How you went from fucking king of the jungle to king of the fucking city?
King of the city.
King of the jungle to king of the city. They be like, it's my block. This your cup? Fuck your cup. And I see cats just always knocking. There's tons of videos where cats just knocking over and shit.
Just walk away.
And then look, you see the meme I posted and stuff, and the fucking cat just, the dog will look at something like, my bad. And just shameful. Like, please, owner, I need you to take care of me.
Yeah.
Cat's like, what, human? What do you think you're gonna do about it?
That
human.
Dead
Clean
stare.
that shit up.
Keep it moving.
What? That's what the meow. That's what
the meow means. What?
What? Test my gangster. So clean that shit up.
But I mean, okay, the fact that you don't have to walk this cat, the cat will walk itself, and the cat will walk itself for like maybe a quarter of a mile, and find its way home. A dog can't do that.
The secret life of, you know what? It's so true. The secret life of cats. I believe that to the full extent because they had this one movie back in the days called Homeward Bound.
Right.
It was what dogs trying to get home.
Right.
And these motherfuckers are hiking and going far and everything. I can't remember if there was a cat in the mix, but I know it's majority more dogs than it was and everything like. And then they had Homeward Bound Part 2. I'm like, the same dogs are still getting lost again? Dumbass creatures. Whatever, right? But then, I'm like, think about the cat now. It covers a lot of fucking land. I fed stray cats before.
You fed a stray cat?
I fed stray cat before. I was looking at, like, there's this one Garfield-looking cat, whatever. I was like, he had no fear. I kind of like animals that don't have no fear.
Yes.
Of me. Like, especially like dogs and cats.
Right.
Like, kind of, like, it's like a level of respect.
Yeah.
Right? So Garfield's like right there on the grass, stuff like that. I'm looking at Garfield like, Garfield's looking like this.
I was going to say it gave you puppy dog eyes, but not a puppy.
No, he just didn't flinch. And I was like, I can respect that. So another time I seen Garfield and stuff again, I was eating something like bread-like.
Yeah.
I just broke pieces and kind of chucked it and stuff. And Garfield got up and he ate it. He's like, then he just looked back. He's like,
yeah, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
He's like, all right, you're not that bad. All right. I remember you now. You now. Right. So, and then I was like, that's a level of fucking respect. I can respect the cat. But then again, I love a lion. And they're descendants from lions.
There's 38 different species in the cat family.
You know a lot about fucking cats.
And listen, my mom would own and feed stray cats.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't. And listen, I come from a Jamaican lineage.
Of cat owners?
Well, just a Jamaican lineage. I need somebody who is Jamaican to tell me how the cat got the nickname Puss.
See.
Pussycat. Where'd the pussy coming from the cat? Like, I I would like to know that.
You gotta ask Tom Jones.
Yeah, that's Tom Jones.
Boy, because he was saying, what's new? Pussycat Love. He might be a better translator.
We gotta get Tom to
Yo.
But if you fed that stray cat, right?
How many other people fed that stray cat?
How many other people fed that stray cat? And if that's the case, does that stray cat know where to get food anytime he's hungry?
Yeah. I believe so. The secret life of cats, man. I think the cat, but then like you said, they can travel kilometers and stuff away from the house. Right. So if they remember their way coming back, they remember who fed them on the way and stuff and to and fro. So why wouldn't they go there for like rest haven and stuff for food?
Exactly.
On the way going back to the house or going to the cat club. Because I think they're going out somewhere to go jam out with other cats.
With other cats?
And look like meow, meow, like, you know, it's 7:30. Yeah. I gotta head back. You know how
my owners close the door.
You know how these humans do it. They want to shut down shit. Then my owner's gonna be in the backyard like, Whiskers, Whiskers. She looks embarrassing. I don't want to claim her. All right, deuces, Whiskers. Be easy. Meow, meow. And then he just dipped.
And he dipped.
And then he make it back to the house. They're like, Whiskers, you're outside all day. Come on in. Of course. There's tons of people gonna feed Whiskers and stuff on the way.
Whiskers gonna be fed. Did some people say their cats go away for like 2 days? So somebody's feeding Whiskers.
Shit.
126. The 5 deadly clots. It's gotta be one of my favorite moments as a proud Jamaican. Like, who would have thought there's like literally a clot for every situation, and then you gotta know where and when to use which clot. Go figure. Yeah.
In Europe, there's a reggae festival, and the reggae festival is called Clot.
Fitting name for a reggae festival.
Fitting name for a reggae festival, right?
Right.
And as Jamaicans, we'll throw around Clot like it's nothing, right?
My mama threw out like 4 of them things, so I just call it 5 clot. Clot, Ross clot, pussy clot, blood clot. So I just add in table clot. The clot.
The clot family.
5 clots.
Yeah, the 5 deadly clots.
The 5 deadly clots.
But in Jamaica, on a stage show, you can't say that word. And if you say that word, you get fined.
That makes no sense.
Makes no sense at all, right?
What the hell? Are you lying to me?
That's what I think it was the reggae artist Spice. I think that's what she was one of the things she was complaining about. Cause she's like, yo, imagine this. I'm in a festival. The festival is named the Clot. Do we need to define Clot for our audience?
Yes. I would love to. You elaborate for me. What does Clot mean to you? Because I feel like I tend to wrap all of them in one at times, but it's the context. Go ahead.
See, and here's the thing, because I think I'm going with the etymology, which I think all of it derives from blood clot.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And it took me a while to realize that blood clot is just a natural fact of your blood clotting.
Yeah, the clotting of your blood.
How that became a curse word, I don't know.
I think one dude probably cut his finger and stuff somewhere, and then like he realized that the blood's not dripping no more. He's like, "What is? I'm a blood clot.
Blood clot.
Blood clot.
Blood clot.
Did I what? Bumble clot. Yeah, Mark. You know?
What is that? Ross clot. Blood clot.
Yeah. I look at it stuff as I tell some people that this is my expression.
Yeah.
Feel free to crucify me. Jamaicans come hunting for me.
We
man, a bad man. Man ain't scared.
And you probably shouldn't be getting your Jamaican translations from us,
especially not from my podcast.
But hey, we digress. Go ahead.
I'm made from Jamaican blood. I am not Jamaican.
That's it.
And I'll say that shit real quick.
That's it.
But I always use it as like kind of like one of those words like fuck.
Yeah.
Like fuck is a word and stuff to me. I use it as a noun, person, place, or a thing.
So like how the British use cunt.
Yeah.
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 It's like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like blood clot, like blood clot, bumble clot, Ross clot, those things are kind of like interchangeable. Pussy clot, too-ish to an extent, But I look at pussy clot as more of a person.
Yeah. That's more of a designation.
Yeah.
You're getting that.
Yeah.
You're getting
You're
that
getting
label.
that.
That's
whatever,
the label
right?
you're
So
getting.
I'm gonna call you a pussy clot.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be
yeah.
like the couch is a pussy clot. Like no,
No,
poor couch. You did
Yeah.
nothing but give me comfort
Yeah.
on my sick days. I wouldn't call you a pussy clot.
And I think, and I think the Ross clot, I think is more of a surprise term.
Elaborate. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think it's just an extension because you know what I mean. It's like Ross clot, Ross clot, Miras. Because you can even short it Miras.
I thought Ross was just ass.
It
Just
is.
like look at the,
It is. It's the same as Bumble.
my ass clot and Bumble. Yeah.
Yeah, Ross and Bumble, same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because people can say me Bumble, Miras.
No, but I'm shocked though. You can't say shit like that at a festival.
Well, I mean, their whole thing in Jamaica is you can't curse at all.
I think what draws a lot of female audience to our show is that we give a male perspective and we don't sugarcoat anything. And it's a perspective from a single man's point of view and a perspective from a married man's point of view. But it's you know, sometimes it's brutally honest, but honest nonetheless, and I think women appreciate that. So, you know, when we speak upon topics like sex and relationships, it's always a blast to hear how our lady audiences respond in the comments. And yeah, so this is DrewFest episode 197.
Which comes first, the relationship or the sex? We've asked this question before, but at a different time, but we never really pulled it.
Right.
So, which comes first, relationship or sex? 54% said sex. Do you agree?
I agree.
I agree. I think a lot of people and stuff, it was relationship heavy in the beginning.
Right.
And I want to say, well, the answers or people who voted, you can tell by like kind of like a demographic and stuff of who they might be. But I don't knock the relationship aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see the relationship aspect because some people are like, oh, you gotta be my wife and girlfriend. But then it goes back to what we were saying last week with the whole relationship carrot, dangling the relationship carrot.
Right.
If I want sex, and I might use sex as a determination to say if I'm going to be with said person,
right,
or trying to establish something with that person, and the person's saying relationship, that's when relationship dangle will come along.
Yeah, yeah.
But in their head, like, or in my head and stuff, like, I look at it stuff where, no, a relationship starts when we have sex. Because, okay, I have once talked to a woman for about 3 months.
Okay.
Just talk.
Right.
Talk. Well, what is it? Not French, not English, Jamaican. Chups.
Chups?
Chups.
so there's chups involved.
There's chups.
Right.
Like a little 1-2 chups. That's it. Right? In her head, I guess relationship was established. In my head, this was just wasting time.
This is gonna go anywhere? Have we gotten to a point yet?
Well, because to me, it was like if I had nothing else to do and I had the free time, the luxury and stuff like that. I was younger, right?
Right.
I looked at it, I was like, yeah, I called it. Yeah, sure, we can come over, watch a movie, or come over. Like, it was nothing until one day I seen her like introduce me, like, this is my boyfriend. I'm like,
you gotta get a shaggy.
When? Since when? Well, we've been together for a while. I'm like, we ain't do the deed.
We didn't cement it.
Shit. Oh, typical guy. You gotta have sex and stuff. Yes. That's how I know you're for me.
It's called relations.
See?
It's called relations.
But so I see, like I said, I think it doesn't matter which one comes first in my world, but I prefer I guess the whole sex aspect and stuff too. But now I understand from a woman's point of view where, you know, some guys would just cut and run after the goods. But my thing is that people gonna do what they want to do regardless.
Yeah.
Right? So if a person has his intention and stuff, like I said, the relationship carrot, you just gotta take a gamble
Right.
and pray to win. But you just gotta look at certain things about pertaining to that person and increase your odds to win.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it's two things nowadays, with one being that women are hip to the game, that men will just cut and run, right?
They've been.
Yeah.
No?
Well, I want to say some probably still held out with that notion that...
Really?
I would say some still held out with that notion, especially the ones that hold off for an awful long time.
But okay, even like...
Thinking if he really stuck around and waited, I kind of removed that whole aspect. Not knowing some motherfuckers is just patient as hell and the wait, right?
Because, okay, Lauryn Hill's pop culture.
Right.
Lauryn Hill's not just like black culture. She is pop culture.
Yes.
That thing.
Yes.
Girls, you know these guys about that thing.
Right.
So you had Lauryn Hill telling you the early, like mid-90s.
Right.
Telling you this, and now they're still not hip 20 years later?
You'd still find some women that will feel like, yes, it's about that thing, but if I held him off long enough and he's still around, then I kind of nullified. No, you didn't nullify it at all. He's just learned the virtue of patience. The second part of that now is that sex is no longer seen as this taboo premarital sex thing, right? And women are embracing their sexuality as much as men were allowed to. So some women just want to get their rocks off too.
I'm not that. I'm discrediting that.
So they could care less if it's going to lead to a relationship. Not whereas prior, it would have been like, oh, my loins is lusting for him, but I cannot give him anything because he's going to think I'm a hussy, and then he's going to take off and disappear. Yeah, you got to use old school words like
clearly
and loins.
We can tell who's going close to 50.
Because that's
who's close to 50.
Because that's when the time when it mattered.
All right, Harley Quinn. Holy shit.
From time to time, we do have guests on the show that just takes the conversation a little bit further than you would expect it to go, right? One of my favorite moments was with Lady Cigarillo from the episode She Smoked That. And basically we were talking about, you know, whether putting in the sacrifice now to live great later is better than, you know, living life to the fullest now and maybe paying for it later, right? So this is an interesting conversation to say the least, and perspectives were weighed. But I think we're all in agreement that, you know, putting in the work now and living up later might be more beneficial.
Does the harder choice lead to an easier life? Not your average, you are up. You go first.
I think it does. Yeah, I think you make the hard decisions to put in the work now because you want that financial freedom later on in life, or you want to be that person who explores the world. Well, in order for you to do that, you kind of have to make sure everything is in place, right? And if you want to make sure that you're doing that later on in life, then there's things that you got to kind of be doing now. And in order for you not to be doing any of it later, you kind of have to be doing a lot of it now. So that's, I think, where the hard choice comes in. Are you willing to make that commitment to say you're going to grind day in and day out, not go out partying because your friends say, hey, come out.
Some people have FOMO.
So sacrifices.
Yeah, they have FOMO. And then, you know, some people don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith, right?
There you go. But that's, like I said, that's the hard choice that you got to make. Because you can miss Aerosmith now, not seeing Aerosmith now with your friends, right? 20 years from now, if they're still rocking,
you may be able to see them in Venezuela
Yeah.
from your
But
five-star
the
resort.
It's the if.
It's the if. It's the if.
It's the if.
Right? If they're still doing it, right?
Right.
It's a gamble.
It's a gamble. It's that gamble right there. Because
Yeah.
that's my thing. My thing and stuff is that what if, I'm just saying like touch wood, but it's like, no, you don't go to this. Yeah, you don't go to this concert and stuff like that. It's like, oh, it's the best concert ever. And the following day, he OD'd and died.
Yeah,
You're
I know.
looking like, the horror.
I just can't.
And they're like, man, you
That
should
would
have
be
came.
because sometimes I do have FOMO, but okay. One thing with the pandemic has taught me is, and this has been my other word outside of accountability, is discernment. Like using my discernment on things, right? Like trying to figure out, like, is this for me? Like, is this what you want to do? Like, really thinking things through. But I think in terms of like harder, like, making hard choices now for easier life later, I think it's all perspective on what we consider hard. Like,
Speak on that.
if we're talking on a financial level, and depending how your finances set up, like, yeah, like, you're gonna make sure you have 4 jobs now. Like, you're hustling, you're doing all this 4 jobs so that later on, you can retire early and have a softer, soft. I'm all about the soft life. Like I've been preaching that. Like I'm all about, but not necessarily on a financial level. I'm talking about even like on a mental, like ease, like, kind of level. I mean, so, but for those that, for those who like, if we talk about like on a 9-to-5 job, that for some might seem hard. Like, I don't want to work 9 to 5 anymore. I want to be an entrepreneur because I want to have this later. For some, like what you consider hard might not be hard for me.
Right.
Like I might be okay. Like I might maybe work 2 jobs and be like, kind of, like this is kind of like
Easy peasy,
right?
yeah.
But what's my mindset like, right? Like it's, because some people who have that retired early and, they got the house on, in Venezuela and whatever, but their life is hard in other ways that we can't understand. You know what I mean? Like maybe mentally or, emotionally or whatever the case is, right? I think it's perspective, but I understand the question. Yeah. Like, like work hard now so you can reap the rewards later. Mm-hmm. But I also think like for myself, like I try to live in the present. Like I feel present. You know what I mean? Like I think it's how you think about things.
Right. I feel like if there's some people and stuff, I know somebody. I know a guy and a woman, right? 2 of them are 2 different individuals and stuff, and they just go through life without. I feel like, from my point of view, my perspective, without worrying.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking like, you want to buy what with what?
Yeah.
But you don't make that much of stuff.
So to some it'll look like reckless abandon.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like it looks like they're just wild,
And like to the woman's aspect and stuff, she's like, God, what he would and what he won't. Like what he would and what he won't do.
That is a great mindset, because it's so funny, because one of my friends said, she goes, I never worry about money. And I gotta tell you, that mindset,
he says that
no.
too.
And I gotta tell you, I did not have that mindset 2 years ago. And that is my mindset now. I'm just like, not more so like God will provide, but more so like, you know what? I'm gonna stay in this present. Like if I worry about it, like worry's not serving me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm calm about it. Like it'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. And honestly, that has changed. And I feel like the more that I thought about it that way, the more abundant my life has become. Like really and truly. Like I live by supreme abundance all the time. I think when you think, and they say this, if you think in a space of scarcity, it's always gonna feel like that. It's always gonna be that way. If you think in a space of abundance, legit, everything is abundant. Like we have a lot. We really do have a lot. You know what I mean?
That's a good question.
Listen, man. I get so in top of my abundance. There's this affirmation thing I listen to, and it sounds so silly, but it's like, thank God for the trees. I'm thankful for the flowers, and legit. And it sounds so like legit. So I'm going through my mornings. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for the trees. I'm thankful for the cloud. Like legit. Like we have. When you think about it, we have a lot. Right, in the space, in this North American space we live in, we really have a lot. Like I might not have the car of my dreams or the house of the dreams, but I have a lot. Like I think it'd be like for me to say I don't have is like a slap in the face to the life that I've been given. You know what I mean?
Some respect on God.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, so I've had to change my mindset. So when you say don't worry about money, you know what I mean? So when you talk about hard choices now, for like, it really depends on what the choice is. Because my hard choice is not your hard choice, right? Yeah. Like I said, like when we hear like famous people online complain about whatever happened to them, and then you'll in the comments, what is she complaining about? She's got all this. Yo, she's not even talking about on a like a material level. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to say what it is, right? But I mean, but that being said, I think we all deserve, especially our people, like white people, we deserve to live soft lives. Like I really do. Like I'm really about this whole soft life, hashtag soft life. You know what I mean? I really do. And I mean soft in terms of whatever just is going to bring us ease. Yeah. And make us be the best who we can be as individuals. Right. Like you don't do no harm to anybody. You're just trying to live your life and be a good individual. You know what I mean? And just carefree. You know what I mean? You're right?
I agree.
Yeah, man.
We've been recording the Podical Sons for about 5 years now. And beginnings was very humble. Right? There was not a lot of big production value involved. We just had a conversation that we wanted to get started, and 2 snowball microphones and a laptop. There wasn't even no videos the first few episodes. All still images. Good old days. This is a kind of an explanation of how we got to that point, and where we were going from there. Genie Genius, episode 154.
I said, yeah. I said at one point, I go. Listen, when we first started, we were coming from my son's room, a laptop.
No, you got to go back further. You got to go back
further than that.
You got to go back to
the basement.
Mama's basement.
My mama's basement.
Your mama's basement with the laptop and the snowball
and 2
mics.
snowball mics.
The snowball mics.
Pick up everything. Pick up everything.
A cricket will fart in the corner and you just hear everything.
Pick up everything. And I was like, at some point, I said to myself, this is what I want to do.
Right.
I believe I was I'm 47 now, so it would have been like
3 years ago?
Yeah, so
44?
44. I'm like, if I don't get serious about this now and be like real serious, when will it ever happen? If I don't get serious about it now to make things happen, it'll never happen.
Very true.
Right?
You are a man of action.
Right. So I said, yo, and as much as I'm a man of action, my wife is a woman of action.
Ooh, action couple.
And she will not let me sit still. Right? She'll be on me every day, right? So a lot of the things that you see happening now is because, no, you need a space to do what you're doing. You can't be, you and Marv can't be just crap. You guys need a space where you can, so we're going to move. We're going to get a bigger place for you to have that space, right? When she was looking for a spot that had a room for me to be able to do what I need to do. Right. So all these things is action. Is the thought is here, but now you got to make the thought a reality.
I always say behind every good man there's a good woman, and behind every good woman there's a good plans and good actions. Yeah. Or good suggestions of good things. Yeah. A good woman can produce that. Right. Toxic woman can produce good sex. Great sex.
She gonna give us good sex for 6 months. 6 months of great sex. But where will you be after that? Where will you be? In a happy mood.
Back to the dating pool.
In a happy mood.
Yeah, with a happier mood and stuff. And like, you know what?
Let me go find that good girl. Let me go find that good girl.
Yeah. I just need better treatment now. Where's she at?
Let me go
Oh,
find
you only do missionary?
Let me just find someone to
Every
build
now and
with.
then we can spoon from the side. It's okay.
What? You got plans for the future? I'm with you.
Sign me up. Yeah.
Role reversals. Let's talk about role reversals. Women. Have it hard finding it living in a man's world. But did you know the Millennium Man, the man of the future, he's finding it a little bit difficult himself too. Yeah. It's roadblocks that he faces. Tough decisions he has to make. But is he ready for it? Episode 228. You got balls.
So let me ask you this then. When men are talking to a woman and stuff like that, some women might take it as mansplaining. Is there such thing as womansplaining?
There's definitely such thing as a womansplaining.
Well, what's womansplaining?
When they're doing it from their point of view and not taking consideration of your point of view.
So that's womansplaining. Oh, so that's all the time.
But both men and women do it, though.
So why? Okay.
Both men and women
So
do it.
why is there no key concrete word for like womansplaining, but I've always heard mansplaining?
No, there's no concrete words for them. It's just us, Marv.
See, I feel like we can't have those kind of convos. So okay, bring it back to this dude thing now, whatever, right? Dudes and dudes. Who is it? Society or men place boxes on men or what men can do?
Society, I think.
Why? But you just said it was a guy, the butcher dude.
But the butcher's doing that way because he was trained to think that way by society. That he's typically saying to you that you can't come in and buy this meat because it's typically a woman's job because she's the housewife. Now that the roles is reversed, why are you playing a house husband for? Why I can't play a house husband. My wife is out there. She's making more than 500 grand a year.
Right.
Why wouldn't I stay at home?
Right.
Now he's looking at you like, I don't care how much she's working. You're a lazy man because society says a man's supposed to go out and work. So you're not doing your job, Marv. I mean, stop. No.
Point taken.
But that's society telling him.
I feel like it's men. Because I feel like everybody's in charge of their own individuality and stuff, whatever, right? So I look at it stuff as where it's not society. I look at it stuff like if your wife is making that bread,
right,
and my wife isn't, and I'm the butcher and stuff like that. It's more speaking from more of a jealousy kind of point of view. Be like, damn it, I wish I could be home, let my nuts hang, drink a damn beer, and cook a few things.
But his wife is probably in the back too, saying, "You're damn right, Marvin Soft. I'm glad that you're here with me." Chopping up this meat and serving the meat to Marv, which should be served to his wife. It's a society. It's gonna take women who want that power of equality in the man's world. They're gonna have to help make it acceptable for men to have that power in the woman's world. And some of them might not even want to give that up to a man.
Submission.
Well, that part, that whole part of life, that cushy part of, because for some it's cushy, right?
It's war. Those are war words. Words of war. Submit to your man. They're like, I beg your pardon. You see, I feel like in today's time, we like a man. Like there's so many rules and stuff that is to be a man, and like I want to say. A straight man or a hetero man.
Right.
And I look at it stuff as where certain things that a straight man or hetero man would do won't hesitate to push him over to like the gay side or being called gay and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
And that was part of like the list.
Right.
Part of the list and stuff like that, right? Let's just read some of these quick fun stuff from like this list. As a man, why are you excited for your birthday? Men are not allowed to be excited for your birthday?
I guess not.
He can't say birthday countdown and birthday in a few days.
He'll also say whatever. Oh, it's my birthday today? Shit.
As a man, why are you smiling in your pictures? Like, because I like my teeth?
I'm happy.
I'm happy. Got my teeth. You know what's wild though? I took a photo one time and stuff, whatever, with a woman.
Yeah.
And she's like, you smiling too much. I was like,
Tone your smile down. Tone your smile down.
As a man, why are you short? There's no such thing as short men. I thought tall men was the 1%. Like was in the.
There's like 1%,
they're like a
1.6, and then if you factor in the ones that might be cheating on you, it drops down even lower.
As a man, why are you running to catch a bus? So every man is supposed to be driving, and like I don't understand about that aspect.
Yeah, and you know the bus drivers are usually friendly when you give them one of these to show them that you're a fellow man trying to get to work on time.
What is this a woman driving a bus? She might be like, why are you running for a bus?
Yeah. You look so gay.
Oh my gosh. As a man, why are you on social media? I don't understand. I don't understand that. We talked about you guys talking about me being a spy for not being on social media and everything.
Well,
like
you're
that.
real. I mean, in some cases on the list, you're a real man. When we get to other ones marked on the list, then I mean, you're just one of us.
Yeah, I don't do the birthday thing. I don't announce my birthday, so I'm a man.
Yeah.
No, I smile at some photos. I'm short.
Yeah.
Did I run and catch up? I haven't ran for a bus in like.
I've ran for a few buses in my lifetime.
I think more in
it started off as a run in the teenage years. I think as it got a little older, it was like the quick step until you realize it's like the quick step's not going to catch you, so you just kind of walk it off. And then just after that, it just became the quick walk.
The quick walk?
The quick walk.
You gangbanging up? Yo, what the hell?
Listen, the lady guests, they really kill it on our show. You know what I mean? They bring a real perspective that sometimes you just can't get from Marv and myself. Hard to believe, right? I know. But B? Oh, B is amazing. And when she showed up and we did the episode Sex in My City, episode 243, I believe. Yeah, I mean, we got right into it. We started talking about, friends who possibly may become lovers, or lovers who start off as friends, and whether it works or whether it doesn't work. Who knows? Listen to the episode.
Here's the thing. I've done a relationship, so I've been married, didn't work out, and I've dated and tried to do relationships and stuff whatever afterwards, and I've looked at it as stuff as where I still have other goals and stuff that I need to accomplish that I will feel good if I accomplish. As a man, I just feel like, or let me say this, my take of a man and stuff is that we're not born with value, so things we do adds to our value. So I still need to add so many other things to my my personal value, because it trickles down to my son, to generational type of stuff. So in the process, my brother gets horny, but at the end of the day, like, I would want somebody, but some people might want less of me. Some people might want more of me. Or I might be with somebody, I might want more of them, and they might want less of me. So this dance right there is already taking up too much time and energy.
Exhausting.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do it.
So that's why like, I do it like haphazardly. Like I want to say, like, if I go somewhere and somebody might catch my attention.
And I like that.
I like the conversation,
it's more
and then we'll see where it
natural,
goes.
Organic,
pretty much
old school way
Right.
of meeting someone, coming friends of friends. Like
Right.
anyone I meet, I'm like, you got a brother? You got a
Oh yeah, you
friend?
so you about that? You okay?
Oh,
you okay?
yeah.
See, I was always iffy on dating
No.
friends and stuff for that, because I was. See, I'm a robot. I tell you about, like, I'm T1000. So I'm like, if I meet you and we meet as friends, and they say, a woman's allowed to change your mind. So if you want to say, fuck it, you want to date me now, I got to now rewire my brain to say, oh shit, now I got to try and treat you instead of like buddy to like an possible apple of my eye.
But what if she likes you because you treat her like that whole buddy?
Yeah.
There's nothing like... There's
But,
no...
Okay, so let's rewind. The whole concept of attraction, right? The jumping off point is the physical. We need that. It's essential. And anyone who says, oh, I don't care what they look like, bullshit.
No.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
Like,
we hammered that one out. Yeah.
You
facts.
need physical attraction.
Right.
And it's the whole Freudian and like primitive brain, right? You know within seconds of meeting someone if they're good. You have an energy, you have a look. Like, the minute I walked in, I was like, you guys are cool people. Like, I got that.
Right.
no offense, but I didn't find a sexual energy. Like,
No.
I know you're married.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll change my position a little bit.
It was
Hold
a
on.
Pikachu shirt.
Pikachu shirt. Hey, can we cut and switch shirts? Because I just come out, it screams incel, you know what I'm saying? Should I do it in my wife beater then? So we do this show in the damn wife beater?
You're
We're like
making
fucking
me
Old
blush.
Spice Man over here?
I'm sorry. But
It's all good. You're good. You're good.
All good.
you know, you have to be honest.
Yeah.
Right? But again, so you have that initial vibe, that thing, and it may be reciprocated, it may not, whatever.
Right.
But you need that.
Right.
And it is that magical spark, whatever you want to call it, right? Then it's what's behind the physical. So if you open your mouth and you start talking about Pikachu, I'm never gonna let this go.
No.
You got a solid grasp on that one.
The shirt will be burnt after this episode.
Or if I'm talking to like a 45-year-old and I say, what do you do in your free time? I hate small talk. And he says, I like to just chill and play video games. I'm like, God help me, I'm out.
Right.
Like that. Like, so again, it's what's going on behind all the physical. Because you could be drop dead gorgeous, open your mouth and just be dumb as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's over.
Yeah.
Or you could be so mentally stimulating. Like I've had some great phone conversations pre-physical date. And I'm like so turned on by their mind. Like it's so hot. And then I meet them and I'm like, oh, fuck. That's
Right.
gone.
Yo, keep it a buck. Marv and I have been really, really talking about this whole AI stuff and how you're gonna have to start walking around with like some sort of personal recorder and record your every movement and in your every movement in every moment. You know what I mean? Because they got some shit that can really put you in places where you should not be in order to get some charges that you shouldn't be getting, right? So keep it a buck. This was coming on the pipeline and we talked about it before. So let's just revisit that conversation.
Trump running. First of all, the AI game is remarkable now.
Bro.
Salute to, there's going to be, I'm telling you, I shit you not. Before we start on this Trump thing.
Yeah.
Remember this. And I'm glad podcasts will go on the internet and they're going to live forever.
Forever.
I said it.
You said it.
I'm going to say it.
Say it again.
It's going to be that one moment where you're going to see a doctor and he can't fucking save you. He or she or they or them cannot save you. Why? Because they've gotten their medical degree from ChatGPT.
From ChatGPT.
From ChatGPT. And did all their homework. They can't save no lives.
Sciences.
For what? Any woman you meet or any person you meet online now, you legit have to see them face to face.
You have to.
You're going to get an AI figure sent to you. I looked at this Trump photo thing. Right. First of all, when I seen it, because I'm hearing all about Trump, the Mar-a-Lago, he's going to get jail time. Yeah. Then I see the photo. I'm like, oh, shit. They went and got Trumpet.
They went and got him.
Not knowing his AI shit. So I was like, hold on. First and foremost, if I was ever that kind of super liar, I need a photo with me like wrestling like a great white shark. And I'm going to frame that bitch and give me an AI photo with my face on it. I don't see black people doing that too much. So you're going to darken the hue of the Caucasian to try and fit my tone, put my face on it, be like, this nigga out here underwater wrestling these great white sharks. Yeah. I need a photo like that because this Trump thing looked legit.
Bro.
Him running and all that type of stuff.
I'm starting to tell people, listen, man, even if I did do it, it's AI. If the photo pops up with me in it and it's something questionable, it's AI.
Yeah, you can argue that in courts now.
Yes!
You might as well. You might as well. What if you're like, I seen you. You're with this woman. Somebody sent the photo. I'm like, hold on. So you believe everybody who downloads this AI app and put my face on it? Nobody wants to see us together.
Right?
Get the fuck out of here.
Right? Well, what'd you think of the post that I sent you with the Kanye doing the Justin Bieber verse.
I think it's fucking dope. I'll tell you why. Played it. It was like, overall, it was nonsense.
Right.
But I had to take a deep breath. And I looked at it and stuff as that, how many times have you said, I know I can tell you exact song. I can give you an exact song and you know.
Right.
If I say, it's a blank song featuring J. Cole, and I said this about the artists and stuff before, and I said, set artists, if they knew how J. Cole was going to crush it, they would have stepped their bars up. Now, I let the world decide, but you and I know.
Right.
Off the record and stuff, right?
Right.
If you knew that person's verse was Garbaggio, and you said you want to do that whole Kanye, Justin Bieber thing, you swap that person's voice with even like a J. Cole. So now this verse, that verse that you overplaced, is just now the quote unquote the jokey verse, the not so serious verse,
right?
And then the regular verse that he crushed it on, you're looking like he can't correct. Like what song I was thinking about the other day, and I said, I'm glad. Oh, Neck and Wrist.
Okay, yeah. Neck and Wrist on that.
Right.
Yeah.
Pusha T's verse was a jokey yet hard kind of verse to me.
Right.
The money kind of ding. It's so exciting. Summertime, Winterfell. I'm the Night King. All this little high-pitched little jokes on the ending.
Right.
Your bitch in my bubble, she's still typing. All that is joke. Bring in Hove now. Bring in Jay's verse. He ain't come with that.
No.
He came with like solidified, no joke of a matter kind of bar.
Energy.
And I was like, okay, Pusha still killed it.
Right.
Let's say Pusha didn't kill it. And say the verse was like kind of mid. Why not do AI shit, whatever, like go over a Memph Bleak over that or something and give Memph Bleak a little resurrection for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it can go kind of wild. Now, a lot of people, the people that I know won't go that far to do things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's up for discussion because some people would just feel like that and then they're going to make a simpler app where you just run the person's voice through and you can do that for fun.
Listen, if we're already complaining, right, that superstar rappers don't have enough time to pen their own lyrics, right? Ghostwriters is penning their own lyrics. How long is it going to be before we're going to have, like, ghost rappers?
Oh, they're already here.
Like, I literally come in and instead of me penning it for you to rap it over, no. Go ahead, rap it. We got the Jay-Z AI voice already, just to throw. We got the Drake AI voice ready. No, Drake knows what we're doing. They don't have no time. And at that point, what do? You can just probably license your voice. You probably license your voice.
Yeah.
Think of James Earl Jones at some point. You license his voice. You could have that deep voice for him. Even when he's said and gone.
We're almost there though.
Us men, we're really not that picky. Well, not most of the time. I mean, there's gonna be times where we kind of want a little bit more, a little bit extra, or just maybe not what you're offering right now. But you get me? You get me. 191, Trials and Tribulations. And it's gonna round out my top, well, not my top 10, my 10 in the takeover. Just put it that way, all right? And we'll be back with our regular program in 290. We're approaching episode 300 fast and quick. Thank you for rocking with the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity, genius has its limits.
Women dress for women. Straight men look at face, breast, butt.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, if I was walking, I couldn't have called myself walking up to women. I love your dress and your purse. But the purse offset it. If you didn't have that purse, I wouldn't come and talk to you to try and date you.
It wouldn't be. It
says
wouldn't
no straight man ever.
Says none whatsoever.
None straight man whatsoever and stuff like that. I'm looking at like, oh my gosh, is she pretty in the face? You know, what them titties look like? You know, what the derriere look like? The fine to minute things. For us, we're simple.
We're simple.
We're simple. I seen a video the other day on the gram. I pissed myself. The girl said, I'm worried and stuff, whatever, that I have like a mom pouch, a fupa. I put on weight. She said, men are for the shits. Throw it on their face. I was like, yeah, just throw it. Just throw it on the face. We barely get like if you're that guy that was starving, you got nothing.
Right.
You think he would really refuse? You're starving. You're refusing food? You're not starving if you're refusing food, right?
You're not starving if you're refusing food.
Right.
Let me ask you this. A beautiful woman, right? She's got a nice figure, right? She's jogging, right? She's jogging towards you. You see her and she's like, she's a beautiful woman. Damn, she's a beautiful woman, right? She stops and she decides to stretch. She does one of these, throws her arm over there, and then you see a bush over here underneath her arm.
Okay.
Is that stopping you? Is that?
Depends. If it's in January, then if it's in January,
Yeah.
I might just let it slide.
You might let it slide. But if it's full out August?
What, it's hot. It's sweltering hot. She has her own jungle here. Shit. I just... Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Right.
T-shirts? No.
What if she don't shave the vajayjay?
I
Is that stopping you?
like from having sex?
Yeah.
Having sex? No.
No, because I'm just saying, because women out there feel like everything has got to be shaved.
But this is where I want to jump on some women's bandwagon. It's kind of like certain guys played on insecurities.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because I feel like manipulation is a hell of a way for control. So I feel like if set person before, like this is the reason why you got to know where something's coming from.
Right.
In order to know where it's going.
Where it's going. Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So if she's full on confidence, she's doing this shit for herself and all the above and everything like that, and I'm not comfortable with it, and she's like, well, tough titties. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Then that's just it.
Yeah.
But if it's something where you call it out to her and stuff, you're like, oh shit, you got, like I seen a video, there's like a couple where like a guy's like, damn, I gotta put up with your hairy armpits and stuff. And the girl, she's like, I gotta put up with you not working and stuff for a few months. I paid all the bills and stuff in here and everything like that. I was like, keep your armpit hair and pay those bills, boo. Like, yo, like, and then he shut his mouth.
I'm coming for you. Come on.
Right. So I look at him like, what's the goal? What's the goal? And see what I'm saying. If the guy's goal and stuff is the vagina,
yeah,
right, to have sex or to get sex, Chappelle said it the best. He's like, a woman will look at a man, pull on his pants, be like, get too much pubic hair. I don't want to fuck you. This is dry. Right. And then he'll look, he's like, in his head, he'd be like, damn, that's a garden. And still insert penis. And then when the task is done, it'd be like, take a weed whacker and just deal with all of that shit and stuff sometime soon.
Fix it up.
Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because the goal is already met.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think, like I said, I don't think anybody should expect anybody else to change. I will hope, if I see you, like if she's jogger,
right.
Let's say aesthetically, let's say, I don't know. Let's say she's, pick somebody. Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys, okay.
If she's Alicia Keys, aesthetically, like a bootleg Alicia Keys, and she's going for this jog and stuff like that, and she does that stretch in front of me.
Yeah.
That's not the Alicia Keys I'm looking for. It's like, this is
not the keys?
No.
That's not the key?
New York City, please go with me with razors tonight. Like, if that's not in the equation,
right.
who the fuck am I to walk up on you like, damn, bro, I would love to date you, but you got
too much arm here.
Who the fuck? Who the fuck? Could you imagine a woman walking up on you and stuff, whatever? Like, how would you feel? You're sitting down, you're by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're like somewhere on your phone or something like that. We'll walk up on you, something like, yo. Anyhow, you were taller, I fucked the shit out you, but I don't fuck with midgets. Have a nice day.
You're like,
okay. No further questions. Defense rests his case.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.